Hello students, and welcome to Basic Calligraphy. In this short video I'm going to be covering your basic kit and a few tips to help you along the way, including a letter morgue, a practice book, and an organizing box. So let's get into it. Okay, the basic kit to get you started, not a whole lot really required. I believe on the list you're going to have a pin set, and it's going to come with two handles, large one and a small one, and you'll see there's different opening styles in there, and it will come with, it'll come in this box, but it comes with a set of different pin tips. Now it's going to be the C tips that we're going to be using mostly in class, and that's the one that fits into the larger one. As you can see, I don't know how well you can see that, but that slips into there. Dip that into your ink, do your writing with that. Now those are, like I said, the C tips, the flat tip ones. Those are the ones we're mostly going to be using. Ink. Now you got several different, usually in the dip kind of situation, dip pen, you'll use what's called India ink. It's a waterproof black carbon ink, and that's perfectly fine for this class. However, it's not necessary. It's kind of expensive and it's hard to clean. I prefer, this is a water-based ink. It's called Quink. Works just as well in the dip pens, and also if you decide to upgrade to a fountain style calligraphy pen, you have to use water-based ink. And I'll also talk about Quink later on. It has some really cool properties. Anyway, some kind of ink. Doesn't have to be either one, just any kind of ink. Colored ink, doesn't matter. You will want some kind of a straight edge. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is just one I happen to have laying around. You can always make one if you don't have one. And you'll want some sort of pencil, mechanical pencil. That's for making layout lines. That's what the straight edge and that's for. And we'll discuss that further in class. So that's your basic kit. Pens, tips, ink, some kind of pencil, some kind of straight edge, some kind of paper. Okay, now what I'm talking about when I say a letter morgue is, in this class I'm going to be teaching you two of the earliest basic styles of calligraphy, Unicall and Gothic black letter Old English. So these are your basic styles that we're going to go over in class. However, as you can see, especially like in black letter, Old English, there's a lot of variation between those. And parts of this one I like, whereas parts of this one I like better. So a morgue, you letter morgue, you keep styles of letters that you like, that you prefer. Now here's an example of what I was talking about. Now here's it was an advertisement, and I really liked this style of S, and as you can see, it's not really represented in any of these other styles. It's similar to that, but not the same. So I keep this in a file along with other things that I've practiced. I'm going to keep all this stuff in a file to reference back to whenever I'm working on something. Practice book. Very easy to do. You just take some paper, find a halfway point, staple it, fold it in half. Make yourself a couple little booklets like this. And then for this, it's a practice book. So when I was talking about the paper, don't worry about that so much. As you can see, the paper I used for this one doesn't soak through quite as bad as the paper I used for this one. However, this one's perfectly good for practice. As you can see, there's that style of S I was talking about. See, I just didn't quite have it, just kept practicing. Practically doesn't matter. Collect all this stuff. As you get older, here's another necessity for the kit. You need some place to keep all this stuff. As you can see, I've got this wooden box here. Get yourself an organizer box. It doesn't have to be anything as fancy as this. This just happened to be something that I had left laying around. Kind of collect wooden boxes. I'm going to actually work on this one. I'm going to put some lining in it maybe, and I think it'd be nice to have little organizers in here to actually keep all the little parts in separate little trays. So that's something I'm going to be working on. That's something that you can work on as well. I think that's about it for now. Work on getting that stuff together. Look for some letters. Get yourself a nice box, and I'll see you in class.